So all of that power is great, and he's knocked people out. I just have to avoid that one shot for 8 rounds, and I believe that I can do that. So when I'm bouncing around the ring, jabbing, weaving, and doing all of these things, I know I can pick him apart and score points and make this a very, very big contest.
I saw it, and I don't give a sure, he's looking good. Sure, he's looking all of that. Oh, he's dropping people. He's fast. So the fuck am I. People want the truth.
But he's still Anthony Joshua.
Which is stiff and no rhythm, no skill, just power.
You're serious about fighting him?
Yeah.
This is the first time where Jake is in real danger. Say what you want about money and prizes and everything else, this is going to end.
Jake Paul has reacted to Anthony Joshua's latest training footage by confidently claiming he can beat Joshua with ease, brushing off AJ's workout as nothing impressive. Jake insisted the former heavyweight champion looks flat and overrated, doubling down on his belief that he's already on Joshua's level. His comments instantly lit up social media, sparking heated debates over whether Paul's confidence is delusion or dangerously real ambition.
I would love it. I would love it. I'd love to walk into the Lion's Den and have everyone saying fuck Jake Paul and then knock someone out like he did tonight. So we'll see what happens, but I know I can do it.
Who's that someone?
Anthony Joshua.
I know there's been a lot of noise today about a certain Tyson Fury placing £1 million on you to knock Anthony Joshua out if that fights me. What's your response?
Yeah. Jake Paul has officially begun his training camp for a showdown with Anthony Joshua, and his confidence has skyrocketed. He's been loudly asserting that he can easily beat AJ, trash-talking Joshua's chin, criticizing his rhythm, and dismissing his overall skill. Paul argues that Joshua is predictable, believing this fight is his moment to prove he belongs at the top of the heavyweight division. Paul has intensified his verbal attacks on Anthony Joshua, claiming he's too easy to beat and even questioning his toughness. On his podcast, Paul said Joshua doesn't have a chin, calling him unskilled and stiff. This isn't just simple trash talk. He genuinely believes Joshua is vulnerable and beatable, using that belief as the foundation for his argument that this fight represents a major turning point for his credibility.
Own words are that AJ's got no chin, he's stiff, and he's got no rhythm.
What a fool. What an absolute idiot. He's going to get absolutely annihilated. If this is real, he's going to get absolutely annihilated. And, you know, who can blame Joshua? Who could blame him? Offering him this guy for 40 or 35 million. God almighty. It's unbelievable. Put it that way.
The recent press conference, Paul defended his mindset openly, saying he reached this point in his career because of what he calls his delusional optimism. He admitted many people doubt him, but argued that his unshakable self-belief has fueled his rise, especially when no one thought he could win. Paul embraces what others call delusion as a superpower, a relentless faith that pushes him beyond limits and gives him the confidence to try and shock the world.
Anthony Joshua in less than a month. Why are you doing this?
I like to challenge myself. I like to take on the biggest, the best. I said anyone, anytime, any place. I truly mean that. And I'm here to go out there and shock the world. I know what I'm capable of. I see him and what he's capable of. And we're going to go to war, and we'll see the best man that will win. But people say, oh, he's out of his mind, all of these things. I've gotten to where I'm at today because of delusional optimism. And so it's delusion until it's not, because look at where we're sitting today. No one ever thought that this would be possible, that we would be here when I first started boxing, and no one thinks I'm going to win. So join the list. And
Paul remains convinced he can beat Anthony Joshua, pointing to what he considers real weaknesses in Joshua's recent performances. On his podcast, he bluntly criticized Joshua by saying he doesn't have a chin, has no skill, and is stiff. Paul believes Joshua's recent knockout loss to Daniel Dubois exposed his fading durability, making this the perfect moment to strike. According to Paul, his unorthodox style, Strong confidence and growing momentum give him a genuine shot in what many see as a massive risk. Asked about it, he didn't hesitate.
Jake Paul doing this? Well, I think it's because he genuinely believes there is a chance he can win this. I think he's calculated everything about Anthony Joshua's circumstances and he's gone, yeah, I actually think I can do this. I can leapfrog so many years of having to build and go through the ranks and do all that stuff by beating a shot-worn Anthony Joshua. And what are the factors in Jake Paul believing this? Well, it would be firstly that AJ received a loss in his most recent fight. Anthony Joshua's not been in the ring since September 2024, so over a year by the time him and Jake Paul get in the ring together. It will have been around 15 months. It was the manner of Joshua's loss where he looked terrible. He looked like a fighter that was well past his best. His timing wasn't there. He even looked a little bit chinny, dare I say. I mean, I still think he's got a good chin. The shot he took from Dubois was absolutely massive and would have knocked down many heavyweights. And he showed decent powers of recovery to get up and struggle through for as long as he did before his over-aggression and miscalculation with the type of shots he was using got him knocked out by Dubois. But if you're deluded enough like Jake Paul, then perhaps you look at that and go, he landed a massive right hand on Joshua's chin. Why can't I do the same? I believe myself to be a very big puncher. And it's that old saying, isn't it? You know, you shoot for the stars, you might at least land on the moon. And I think that's kind of why Jake Paul's maybe got to where he is in life, because he does have two.
Jake Paul is framing this fight as Judgment Day, a defining moment he believes will finally validate his status as a serious boxer. He sees beating Anthony Joshua not just as another high-profile matchup, but as undeniable proof that he belongs at the highest level of the sport. He argues that by taking on Joshua, a true heavyweight and former world champion, he's showing he can compete with the best. And in Paul's eyes, once he beats Joshua, all doubt disappears because, as he put it, no one can deny me.
Fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed fighters for me to the world. Make no mistake, this is the biggest fight of my career. I'm walking into the lion's den. I'm doing something that no one else has ever done before. I, Jake Joseph Paul, will knock out, defeat, and embarrass Anthony Joshua Friday, December 19th, live on Netflix. My voice cracked. I'm still going through puberty. The biggest fight of 2025. USA versus UK. He's got the belts, the size, the history, but I have the balls. Be careful what you wish for. Jake versus Joshua. Judgment Day. He has a 90% knockout ratio, but I have a 100% chance.
Anthony Joshua, a seasoned heavyweight champion, continues to demonstrate his dedication to excellence through intense, disciplined training. His regimen includes tough strength and conditioning work, high-level sparring sessions, and meticulous mental preparation. Joshua has consistently pursued elite opponents, most notably facing Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight king and one of the most technically gifted heavyweights today. Their first fight in September 2021 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium ended with Usyk winning by unanimous decision, outboxing Joshua with superior technique and precision.
Belts were finally out of my possession, which I was expecting to win. It just kind of tore me apart, and that's raw emotion live on your screen. Obviously, looking back, could I have dealt with things better? Yeah, of course, but at the time that wasn't the priority. It was just outpour of emotion.
There are so many athletes we're seeing across gymnastics, cricket, rugby and football that have taken time out of their sport to deal with their mental health before coming back in. Did you at any point in that period think, I need to take an extended break away from boxing before coming back in?
It wasn't the fact I needed to take a break. You know what it was? I actually watched a lot of like fighters, they've taken time out of the game for those reasons as well. And I think, okay, if they've done it, I should be doing it. But I got to look at myself as an individual. And what it is, I feel like if I take time out, I'm letting everyone catch.
While Jake Paul has shown solid athleticism and strong work ethic, his experience is nowhere near that of seasoned professionals like Joshua. Paul's training focuses mostly on conditioning and refining fundamental skills, but the gap in ring IQ and experience remains massive. Right now, two very different viewpoints dominate the conversation around Paul versus Joshua. Some believe AJ will win easily, citing his power, experience, and size, arguing that underestimating a two-time heavyweight champion's punching ability would be a costly mistake. But others believe Joshua is no longer the fighter he once was, and that his decline opens the door for a possible upset.